for those that work in call centers or contact centers, as they're more commonly referred to, if you can get so first call resolution means that somebody calls in and you resolve it the first time. And that's a very effective metric that's used in all contact centers to see how quickly you can solve it, because it costs a lot of money to follow up afterwards and getting people involved. If you can solve it right there, it's very good for business. So a 20% lift increase in first call resolution with AR remote assist, that's amazing figures. I mean, those are not little amounts of growth. Those are impressive amounts of growth. So we have shown you so far by going to the movies, both sales applications, marketing applications, and some customer service, a particular customer service application, and the impact that these can have on the marketplace. I'd now like to move to getting towards the close by making a few observations, and then we're going to open it up to question and answer, and also Tim and I will have some closing comments. So one of the things I opened the webinar with was that virtual reality and augmented reality, and now we can add in XR as well, are and this is the key word, the most disruptive technologies for the next decade. The most disruptive technologies for the next decade. This is a paradigm shift. It's a paradigm shift, like as we went from large computers to mini computers to PCs to our wonderful cell phones, and we went into video. This is the next big paradigm shift of companies using XR, AR, VR as a way to drive successful customer strategy, to engage the customer and help the customer experience better with that particular company. As a 36-year veteran in the CRM industry, in particular, as a leader in creating and implementing customer strategies for the types of companies I showed you earlier, I have to tell you, I'm actually very excited, incredibly excited about the potential of XR and VR and AR as we move forward. And I would, again, for reasons that I'll mention in just a moment, I would strongly encourage anybody that isn't thinking along these lines, you got to jump on the bus here. You got to ride this wave. But let me make a couple of observations. Why is VR, AR, and XR? Why is it poised to grow tenfold over the next 9 years, by 2030? And I'll give you some reasons that I think are important, but I have some other ones I'm going to share after this. So in the area of sales and marketing and customer service, which is the CRM piece that Tim talks about, I think there are 4 key drivers that will keep us on track for really this incredible growth that we're talking about. First of all, it makes it easy for customers to do business with your company. And given the pandemic that we've all been through or are going through, nothing is more important than easy to do business with. It's kind of a metric that a lot of companies are using now as they bring out their surveys. How easy was it to do business with us? Because customers really expect and appreciate being easy to do business with. And think about your favorite site that you go to, Amazon or whatever it may be, how easy it is to do business with that company. Also look at how AR and VR are helping to create the memorable experiences that digital customers have come to expect. And here we have to kind of bring it down to the what might be the millennials, the Gen Zs, and even others that have, they only grew up with the technology in their hands. And so this is a complete expectation. And if you're not offering the experience that they are, desirous of, as Tim alluded to earlier on, if you're not gaining that competitive advantage today, and your competition is, as far as I'm concerned, you're doomed for failure as you move forward. It also raises the bar on digital transformation. So, we talk about digitally transforming sales or marketing or customer service, but AR, VR, and XR takes it to an entirely new level, a new way of doing business, a new way of engaging with customers, a new way of delivering outstanding experience. And again, it's going to, as Tim alluded to, pervade every single industry over the next 9 years. What an exciting time to be in the business world. And last but not least, I would argue it's driving both new sales, that is sales to new customers and more sales to existing customers, and lowering customer support costs, all of which play a critical role in the boardrooms as they look at what type of investments to make. But the one I asked you to listen to is Shelly Peterson. And I don't know if you remember what she said, but this is the one I want to lock in on. She said it's pretty powerful. It takes what we think as a laptop or computing to the next level. It feels like magic. And that's what this is all about. it feels like magic. It's all a part of how you do business. Tim can tell you better because he was a dear friend of Bill Gates. But Bill Gates always felt it was important, or it is still a good friend of Bill Gates, how important it was for computing to reach the masses. Or as he worked with Steve Jobs, again, a personal friend of Steve's, how Steve had the same vision, that it would feel like magic, and it wasn't the technology that interfered with the way you did business, but rather it helped you do business the way you wanted to.